Welcome to 2026. Yes, it's a new year. And with a new year comes a new computer featured on my channel. Excuse me. Pardon me for the throat clearing. It's a Lenovo Ideapad 500S. And it is thin. This is probably one of the thinner computers I've ever found thrifting. And this one was 20 bucks, but there was no way to test it. It had a ding here. You can see slightly bent metal here, so it's got a ding. And it's starting to discolor the plastic. It's kind of going a little yellow. That's kind of typical for this sort of thing, especially if it sits out in the sun at all. At any rate, let's go over the physicality of the system. It is very white and in pretty good shape, all things considered. So it has this rubber edge around the whole thing, which kind of protects the system from making contact with, like the display making contact with the keys. So it's sort of like it acts as a bit of a rubber bumper, if you want to call it that, or whatever. A lot of systems have these, but they're not like all the way around. They're strategically placed here and there and everywhere. So sort of the way that Lenovo went with this one. On the side, we have our power port, lock, USB, card reader, headphone jack, some indicator lights, nice big mouse pad. Excuse me, kind of late, guys. Excuse me for the yawn. No optical drive because this one isn't that terribly old. It's got powered USBs. It's got this little reset button. It's like, it requires a paper clip, but it gets you into the BIOS or recovery mode. It's got an HDMI out, and it's got a networking port, which is great. I always love that. Like networking ports, they're handy. Don't use them a lot, but man, beats having to have some kind of converter, right? So there you go, guys. As you might be able to notice, nice big trackpad. It's really nice. I love it. But what I think is interesting about this is it has the old, I don't know what that does. It has, oh, is that backlighting? Did I just turn on backlighting? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. I just learned something. It's got backlighting. Well, that's cool. I did not know. So, there you go. So I guess you could use it in the dark. Yeah, so this thing has some interesting Asian characters. I believe it was Korean. Pretty sure it was Korean, the original OS. I had to reinstall Windows 10 on it because I couldn't figure out how to get it out of Korean language. It might even have been a single language system. They are such things. So yeah, there you go. So, but it's a standard US layout anyway, so there's nothing unusual about it, which makes it nice because I don't really look at the keys so much. So all these little characters don't, bother me at all, but I just expect certain keys to be in certain places, and it's not bad that way. So quite a serviceable keyboard. And now, and then of course this is the turn on button. And now we move on to looking at the specs. So it's running Windows 10. Quickly It's running Windows 10, 64-bit. It's activated with a digital license, which is awesome. Let's go over. I like to start out with CPU-Z. Kind of captures a lot of the best here. So it's got a 6th gen i3 6100U processor, a Skylake, 14 nanometer process, so fairly small, which is good. It'll be fairly efficient for temperature and things like that. Lots of instruction sets for whatever you might need it to do. It's got 2 cores and 4 threads. The board is that, and of course it's tied in with the Skylake CPU, the chipset, Southbridge stuff. And of course we have a BIOS from 2015, which gives us an idea of how old this system is. Now, it is getting to that point where they don't have a lot of slots, but it does apparently have a single slot that you can upgrade. It isn't soldered on, which is nice. It uses DDR3 memory, so you could theoretically increase the memory up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. Currently it has 4. So for some reason it's registering it in slot 3, but I believe this only has a single slot from what I understand. And it's using DDR3L, so, and it's 2015, so that's kind of supports our theory that this is a 2015 laptop. So that gives us a good idea of when it was first manufactured. Graphics are the Intel HD Graphics 520 with version 7. I thought I saw a clock speed there for a second. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was dreaming. I don't know. So that gives us that end of it. Going more to the graphical end, I always like to use the Windows stuff because it gives us a little more information. So we can see there that it has dedicated video of 128, and it's using the system memory up to almost 2 gigabytes of RAM, which of course is going to mean that you don't have a lot of RAM to work with this system. It's got an SSD though, which is really cool. But let's get into the SSD. So this, I didn't know it had an SSD. I was expecting it to have a good old hard drive in it, but this thing's got a Samsung 128 gigabyte SSD, which is perfect. I mean, it's a little small, but you know, it's Windows 10, and as long as you're fairly conservative with what you're doing on it, which I am, it's great. And it's just a little over a year old. It's like 416 days. I can't ask for better. The health is good, temperature's good. Very nice system for finding this at the thrift store for 20 bucks. Yeah, but of course I've spent similar amounts of money on systems that won't even boot, right? So anyway, this is great. So there you go. That's the summary of the basics of the system. You'll notice that the screen is running at 1920 by 1080. Sweet. That's a high resolution, and the screen looks pretty flawless. There's not really any damage to it that I can tell. So very, very happy with this find. I was not expecting this at all. So of course we have to do our Nova benching. So let's bench out. And this gives me a moment to say, hey, how was your New Year's? I hope it went over pretty well. Hope you got home safe and whatever you were doing. watching the ball dropping, or just getting together with people, or maybe you're just spending time with your family and nothing special. Watching the ball drop on TV. That's a tradition, I guess. But yeah, whatever the case, hope you had a good one. Hey, not bad. I'm seeing some good, oh, it's kind of dirty. I think I just noticed how dirty it is. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look. It'll give us the final analysis here. Anyway, I hope you had a good New Year's. Oh yeah, 512. That's great. That's a great score for such a thin little system. So that is really cool. I love that. So yeah, and I think really, excuse me, since it does have a hard drive, or a SSD rather, the one thing we can say about the system that could really help it to improve, and even the graphics are pretty good too, is I would love to see this thing have 8 gigabytes of RAM. I think that would be the big thing that would really improve the overall performance of the system. But as it stands right now, I mean, this is very, very good for, you know, like, again, $20. $20 frickin' dollars for this thing. Can't go wrong with that, right? So there you go, guys. That is the new laptop for a new year. So I hope all the best to you guys in 2026, and we will see you in further videos in 2026. Talk to you later.